Henry saw his wife's car. It was constantly swaying left and right. He prepared to walk over and check. Suddenly his wife's right hand appeared on the car window. After Henry saw this scene, he angrily left the parking lot. He thought about how he still had a daughter, so he prepared to hide this matter. Henry then called his wife. He asked her to drive over and pick him up to go home. After his wife Karen arrived, Henry didn't speak the whole time, so Karen tried to find topics to chat with him about. Henry asked her where she had been earlier. Karen said she had just gone to get her hair done. Henry didn't expose her lie. He decided to give her one more chance. That evening a car stopped at their front door. Henry walked to the window. He saw Karen after taking out the trash. Then she ran toward the car. After Henry saw the scene, he was very angry. Just as Karen was on a date with her lover, she received a call from Henry. Henry asked her where she was. Karen said she was taking out the trash. Suddenly Henry hung up the phone. At this time he had already come to the car. He invited both of them to come home and talk. It turned out Henry had been diagnosed with heart disease 2 years ago. Karen had cheated because of loneliness. Until today when Henry finally discovered it. Her lover James told Henry he and Karen were true love. He hoped Henry could give them a chance. Henry was very angry, so he proposed divorcing Karen, because he couldn't accept emotional betrayal. The next afternoon, Karen wanted to save their marriage, so she began apologizing to Henry. She said she already knew she was wrong, but Henry didn't forgive her. After the two finished their divorce procedures, Henry saw James across the street. He told Karen to quickly go find her lover. He prepared to take a flight back to his home country, but Karen suddenly hugged him. She said she still loved him very much in her heart. Henry saw James across the street. He still made up his mind to leave. Henry's mother came to the airport. Suddenly she received a call from the airport. It turned out Henry had a heart attack on the plane. He had already been put in an ambulance. After Karen returned home, she asked James when they would get married, but James began making excuses to avoid the topic. It turned out he hadn't divorced yet. Karen was very angry. She felt she had been deceived, so James began explaining. He and his wife were already separated, but his father didn't agree to their divorce. He would convince his father as soon as possible, then divorce his wife. Karen thought he was making excuses, so she began crying. At this time she thought of Henry. She regretted that she shouldn't have gotten divorced, so she prepared to call Henry. But Henry's mother answered the phone. She told Karen not to call anymore. Henry was already hospitalized. After Karen found out, she prepared to take a flight back to the country. James began trying to stop her. He said he would divorce soon, but Karen didn't believe him. After returning to the country, Karen found Henry's mother. Then she began admitting her mistakes to her. She hoped she could remarry Henry. Henry's mother was very angry. She thought since Karen had already cheated, she shouldn't come back looking for Henry. Karen suddenly began crying. She said she was sorry to Henry. She hoped she could be given one more chance. After Henry's mother saw this, she thought about how they had been married for 15 years, and they still had a daughter. So she told her to go discuss it with Henry herself. Karen was very happy. Ever since Henry returned to the country, because his heart disease